Okay, I'm gonna do a video blog from like the past. Some crap that I've happened like so long ago that I don't even think I was really on the internet back when this stuff happened. It was New Year's Eve. I was like 22, I believe, maybe 21. I think I was 21 actually. I just turned 21. Yeah, that's what it was. 21. So I was 72, 82, 92. This is December 31st. 72, 82. December 31st, 1993, man. Back in 93. Wow. Long time ago. I've changed a lot since then. But, you know, here's the thing. I'm driving in a like 1976 green, ugly Plymouth Valari. Beat up, rusted out. But damn it, I love that car. Alright, I think I only paid like $300 for it. Kick-ass car, man. So I'm driving along. If you're from around here, I'm at Sherman and Washington, going east. Alright, 2 lanes. I pull up at a stop sign. Okay, there's like a couple cars in front of me. Cars on my driver's side of me over here. And I'm just sitting there, and it was a rather warm day for New Year's Eve. I mean, it was like 60 degrees out that day. And so I had my window cracked. You know, I remember this day plain as day. Okay, man, it was 60. It was probably about 50 when this all happened, though. Maybe like 50, because it just started getting dark. Okay, it was like maybe 7 o'clock at night. And you gotta remember, this is before we were daylight savings time. So I think we was on different time zones. But we were weird because we used to never have daylight savings time. I hate the whole concept. But anyway, I'm just sitting there minding my own business. I got the radio on. I'm singing along to it. That's never changed. And all of a sudden, just bam, someone's in my passenger seat with a gun going like this, going drive. And I'm like, what? So he takes the butt of the gun, he goes whack, knocks me on the side of the head. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, drive. This time the light's green, because he jumped in like as soon as the light turned green. So, you know. Anyway, so I start driving. I drive along, and I end up driving down through some alleys. Alright? And then we end up in a park. And once we get there, he hauls off and he busts me with the gun right in the face, man. Chipped one of my tooth, okay? Oh, I was pissed. But what am I going to do? He's got a gun, like, to my head, unless he's hitting me with it. Like, when he's holding like this, he'll haul off and hit me with the butt at the bottom of the gun in the face or the head. I was pissed, okay? As we was driving down through one of the alley, he took my glasses off and threw them out the window. He's like, drive. I'm like, dude, I can't see. He goes, that's the point. Just drive. You can see enough to drive. So I drive. Okay? I remember where we threw the glasses out, which comes in handy because later on in the night after everything's over, we drive back and I find my glasses. That was awesome. Anyway, so we get through into this park. And it's right, not really in the middle of the park. It's like right on the edge because here's the park, here's houses. Okay, but we get over there. He gets me out. He's like, "Take your shoes off." I'm like, "This mother is still in my shoes." I was pissed. Okay, I had some nice clothes on because just earlier that day, we'd went and done the whole family portrait thing. So I had on new clothes, new jeans. I mean, this is like probably the last time I ever wore jeans. It was just nice clothes, nice shoes, everything, brand new shoes. Paid like $100 for them, man. $120. And in 1993, $120 is a lot for a pair of shoes. All right. I had about $300 in cash on me because I had my money to go buy my school books like the next day. The next day I was going to go buy school books or something. Or the next, I think it was a Friday, so it would have been like Monday. I was going to go buy school books. I remember because that got stolen. My cousin, Chris Lee, had to loan me the money to go get school books because I didn't have the money. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. Anyway, so we get in the park. He's like, take off your shoes. Take off your shirt. And I'm thinking, hold on. We are not being gay. That I was like pretty happy. He's like, take clothes off. I want to make sure you can't get no help. So his goal was to get me without no clothes on so I can't go get help. Of course, he leaves me with nothing. I'm like, hello, yeah. And then, so I saunter up to someone's side door when the house has got lights on, and of course I like pound on the side door, and Then I stand off to the side of the door. When they look out, they don't really see me, but I kind of poke my head out, and they're like, "Hello?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was just robbed. This guy just stole my car, my money, and my clothes. I don't have no clothes on." And they're like, "Oh my God, come on in." So I go in. Okay, now you think, okay, someone comes in your house, they don't have no clothes on. What's the first thing you do? You offer them a blanket, a towel, a sheet, something? No. Let's just sit at this table, okay? It wasn't actually a table. It was like a little thing on the wall. The whole side wall was like a sectional for a couch, but it was actually like a bench seat that went around in their like dining room, like little room thing they had. I don't know. It wasn't even a table there. It was just chairs to sit, like a bench. So I'm sitting there, and they give me the thing. So I call the police. Then I call my brother and my cousin. Okay, I don't call my parents. I don't want them to freak out. So I call my cousins who were at my other cousin's house, because my cousin was actually dating one of my other cousins. I don't know. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. So they come over. Okay. They bring me something to wear, all right? And while I'm waiting on the cops to get there, like, I'm sitting there about 2 minutes later, and I tell the cops, like, I can give the cop a description of my car and everything. So they're more worried about looking for the guy than they are coming to get me, because I'm safe. So it takes them like 25 minutes to get there. So I'm sitting there 25 minutes, and of course my brother and them, they take their sweet time getting there because they're more interested in finding the car too. They're looking for the guy that carjacked me, not worrying about coming to get me, because I'm fine, obviously. I'm just emotionally scarred and traumatized from being left naked somewhere. Then, this is where it even gets worse. I'm sitting there with nothing on. Okay? I'm at this old people's house. Well, their granddaughter comes home. Their granddaughter is like my age. Okay? She goes to the same school I go to. I've seen her. She's seen me. We kind of have had a class together, but we've never really been friends or talked. So she comes in, and I'm sitting there, and I ain't got no clothes on. Okay, that's bad. What's even worse is she's got like 2 or 3 of her friends with her. And I'm sitting there, and still no one is like, "Hey, do you want a sheet? Do you want a sheet? Do you want a blanket? Do you want something to cover up with?" I mean, I'm actually kind of cold at this point. Okay? Which, when you're cold, things don't look as, it's like, hey, I'm like, it's cold, okay? But, I'm sitting there, and what makes it even worse, man, these are 3, it was her and her 3 friends. They're like the hottest girls ever. I mean, hot. They're getting ready to go out to a club, so they're all dressed up. I mean, smoking effing hot. And I'm sitting here naked. And they can, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got robbed, but I'm sorry. There's 3 scantily clad, hot girls. I mean, 4, 3 plus the one, her friends. The one was okay, but 3 of the 4, wow. I mean, I would chop off my toes for a chance at one of them girls, okay? Seriously. But I'm just sitting there, and they're having a conversation, and it's like, no big deal that I don't have no clothes on. But we're just sitting there having a conversation. Just having a conversation. And I'm like, wow, this must be what it is to be like a nudist. So, very uncomfortable situation. Very uncomfortable, very embarrassing. But, that is why, to this day, that I will not give up anything. Now, if a crackhead tries to rob me and he's all shaky-handed, I'll give him a few bucks just to get him away from me. Because you can't reason with a crackhead. When I was 21, man, I had no common sense whatsoever. I was the dumbest person alive. I had no common sense. I was book smart, but I had 0 common sense. That girl was cool. She went to school, and I talked to her a bunch after that. A lot. I mean, we kind of become friends for a while, and she never, ever, ever, ever told anyone about it. She could have went to school and been like, "Oh my God, you guess what happened to him?" But she didn't. Neither did her friends. They had style in class. Oh yeah, and to make it all worse, the next day my mom takes over a fruit basket to thank the people for helping me. I mean, yeah, I'm glad they helped, but they didn't even offer me a blanket. But you want to give them a fruit basket?